o'clock at night, Kings River, Alaska. Getting ready to go to sleep in my tent. That's the staff bunk. Going ice climbing tomorrow.
Wait, why is it elastic like that?
You know?
Feels like a
Any guesses?
Is it a bubble of...
Thixotropic makes... Oh, what we're looking at here is there's that pulverized dust, what we call glacial flour, that the glacier's kicking out. And that becomes suspended when it's agitated. So it turns to quicksand. And then what's happened here is you've got a coarser layer of soil on top of that that doesn't liquefy quite as easily. So this stuff's a little more porous.
I go back to the video.
Go back to ready.
Okay, and then I hit the red again.
If the power goes off, because I think it's recording right now.
Oh, is it?
So hit ready. Isn't that the right position?
Now, hang on, I'm going to do a real quick check. Head to toe, your helmet is on, it's nice and snug, you've got sunglasses on. Got your gloves, you happy with those gloves? Yeah, okay. And your harness is on, just make sure it's nice and snug.
So the ice is kind of soft here, which is good. Nice for the beginning.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Remember, keep your hands right on the bottom of the handlebar. Yeah, that'll give you the better swing. It'll stop the bottom hitting the ice and pull it up. Nice. Yep, there you go. Come on. Are you left or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Oh, you did well with your left, I see.
That's on the odd chance.
Good. Now relax your hands and just use your feet to climb yourself up.
Part about this whole thing.
Keep your heels a bit lower. Lower your heels, straighten your legs, and lower your heels.
Okay.
I've gone through that initial moment.
Yeah, where you're like, oh my god, this is
Nice,
right.
that's good. So your axes are really just a balance on the wall like this.
Alright, good. Go ahead. Move on.
Check right round that handle again, your hands get sliding up it. No, the strap's too short.
You're going to kind of follow up the rope. Just to the right of our feet here. Kind of to the right of the sand.
Yeah, what's the thing about carrying these?
Yeah, that's what the pistol grip is all about. Pneumothorax stinks. So you don't want to put an axe into your abdomen.
Yeah.
There is a phenomenon that occasionally you can go tumbling with an ice axe sticks you, you can pierce a lung with pneumothorax. We like to avoid that.
What do these things about?
The spikes? Yeah. You know, as you're lowering, one instance of the spike, I mean, you can kind of walk at the third point of balance if you're walking with them in weird terrain. As you come down, if you lower, maybe we'll get a chance to see Peter here in a second, but if you're lowering, you might feel like if you get those, pistol grip, maybe kind of moving down the ice, you can use those spikes as sort of a touch point. Yeah, balance point. If you feel like you need something to do with your hands and extra balance points.
They also make good little walking sticks for difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Short walking sticks.
Because it's going to be steeper on one side, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Alright, James, I'm going to slack out a little.
Nice.
Alright. Did Richard talk about, you guys, I'll say you're on belay and you're going to say climbing and I'll say climb on. You guys do that? Is that
Belay climbing.
Yeah.
I never say belay on.
Okay.
I just never, it's just not
It's an American thing.
Yeah. I'm happy as long as there's clear clear communication.
He's
really.
climbing and I'm got him on belay.
Yeah, basically. As long as everyone knows what everyone else is doing.
Yep. So you're on belay. Go ahead and turn those axes around and if you want to go ahead and walk up the belay,
Alright, Petty, it's just about the top there.
Peter is.
If you like, you can just hang out there for a second. Check out the view. Well done.
Yeah.
There you get Andy away. And yeah, whenever you're ready, turn your axes around to pistol grip, lean back on the rope, and tell me you want to come down. Sometimes I make people beg for a while. Please let me down. Alright, lean back into the rope, put all your weight back in the harness, straighten your legs.
Imagine that Snickers bars are a Glacier. Let me get my Glacier out of the package here. Brand new Glacier, fresh from the store.
Move back a little bit.
And if Glaciers slid down kind of an ideal plane, they wouldn't crack, right? They would just keep sliding at a certain rate. If it was a steeper plane, they'd slide faster than a steeper slope rather than a lesser slope. But nature isn't perfect planes, right? Often there's undulations in the valley floor. So imagine if you have a big body of ice, which is my Snickers bar, it's going to try and get up over this harder body of rock. So imagine some hard bedrock, perhaps underneath the crevasse field right here behind us. And what happens is that ice has to come up over a harder area, so it slows down, so there's a lot of pressure from ice behind it building up. And then what happens is, excuse me, as it gets to the top, it curves over that convexity.
There's a crevasse.
And what you begin to see are crevasses, just like that. Those are lateral crevasses, or latitudinal crevasses. They run across the direction of flow of the glacier. And it's interesting that Snickers has like a nougat center and a crusty outside, because that's kind of the way glacier ice behaves. At the top, it's actually quite brittle, and the first 50 meters or so will crack and propagate cracks pretty easily. Once you get down into the core, it's highly pressurized, and the plasticity of that ice begins to increase, so that it's more like the nougat, where it'll crack, but it'll also deform a lot more. So the inside doesn't crevasse as deeply. Sometimes you get bits that'll actually fall, so what we see here is an ice fall. When you get a serac is the name for something that's like this little bit. It's a tower of ice that's been surrounded completely by crevasses. And the serac will actually tumble and fill in a crevasse. So you get this ice tumbling over itself, sort of like whitewater, as it flows. And then the interesting thing for me, I think, is that you were asking about a lot of these lines and cracks. Dark lines and blue lines and things in the glacier below us. If you reach a concave cavity down here at the bottom, it'll kind of flow back, and a lot of those cracks will heal back up as it goes concave. But you can still see the evidence of where they were.
Yeah.
So that's why the glacier looks a little bit like it does, and that's how a Snickers bar is like a glacier.
Very nice.
That is
That little chunk?
Yeah, about that 1,400 pounds or more. Ice is dense and heavy. But I'll check this out.
The lake level dropped,
Yeah.
but if you look at the shoreline of those,
This goes into his stuff
Yeah,
and
in the
water running
cave.
up to make it muddy. Yeah, and the stuff all
Say hi, guys.
Yep.
Yo.
Yo.
Haven't died yet.
Exactly.
Air bubbles. It's like,
Whoever finds this digital camera, you know,
yeah.
400 years from now.
You should come check this out. Hello.
Richard.
We're inside an ice cave. There's some neat ice in here, though. It's got some...
wow, this is candle ice here.
Oh, yeah, right.
This is looking
That's cool,
outside of the
So this
cave.
section right here is refrozen.
So cool.
It's a really bright one. This is glacier ice right here, and this section